Okay, we've got to use a special tool to get this off. Well, it's not a special tool at all, it's just an M14 bolt. Let's get this off. I've actually bought a set for this. It'll actually, and it, you know, it's like a multiple purpose one. It'll undo most makes of bike, I would think, anyway. Anybody needs to borrow it, just let me know. Now, I think what I'll do is I'll put a little bit of the old WD on this. Yeah, help it out when I'm trying to do it up. Here we go. I'm having to narrate this because I got copyrighted, so it might sound a bit weird. It's the first time I've ever done it. Alright, well that's in there. Now they say not to use an impact driver because it throws the crank out of balance, and we don't want to do that. So how am I going to stop that from turning? Don't want to jam anything in it. I've got an idea coming. Yes. Right, this is a tyre in a tube. And if I put this over, which is a oil filter remover, like for your car, well, or your motorcycle. Now let's try this. Obviously I've put the tyre in a tube round there to protect it. Right, here we go then. Let's hope this works. I had Frankie Go to Hollywood playing in the background, and I got copyrighted on it. Hey. Watch. Pop. There it goes. I'm sure that should come off. There we go. Hey. Good job. Never throw your children's inner tubes. They always come in handy for something. I'm always using them for things. There's the oil filter remover. Yeah, you see, comes in handy. Right, now what? Let's have a look inside. Oh, that's the Woodruff keyway there. I shall have to put a bit of tape round that to stop it falling out. Then I won't lose it. That little bolt up there is where the metal came off of, if you remember. That's the one that you see this bit here? That came from there, I believe. Right then, come on. Let's get on with this, Keith. Is that meant to be that loose? I don't think so. Okay. Right. let's get this camshaft out. Then I can take the chain off. Come on, you little bugger. I know you want to come out. Is it coming? Come on then. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, come on. It's like delivering a baby, that is. Oh, that looks hot. Looks like it's got hot. Should have to, yeah. You alright, love? Thank you. Yeah. I'll have that here, love. Okay. Cheers.
I should have put it on here.
Yeah, thank you, love.
There you go.
What do you reckon on that then?
Well, it's a bit grubby.
Well, I mean, it's been stood there for a long time, love, but...
I think it looks a bit scored.
Not... Oh, what, these? These lines are to drag the oil in.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not that... No, you don't really have to worry about any of this. The only part that really... Who's that?
Jack and Lou.
Oh. It's just these lobes. But does it look like it's overheated?
Look like they've got a bit hot, yeah.
They do, don't it, Chair? But I don't know where.
You know, when something's got a bit hot and it's marked it, innit?
Well, it's not the mark, it's the colour.
Yeah.
It looks like it's got hot to me. If that's the case, it means that there's the oil pump's gone.
Ooh.
Which is not, you know, the end of the world, but
no,
it just means that I've got to take the other side off to check it. But I don't know.
Right, I'll see you in a minute.
See you in a bit, love.
I love you.
I love you. Right then. Back to me audio overlay. Right, I'm pretty certain I've got to have that bolt off. I have. There's a little sprocket behind the back of there that the chain. It's like a guide for the chain, the cam chain. So get the old sucker on there. God blimey, tight. Nothing wants to let go on this little bike. It's so tight. Never mind, that's that out. I've got Left Field playing on the original, like when I did it originally, playing, and they pulled me on that as well. So I got multiple like copyright strikes. Anyway, get this little sprocket out. Come on. There he comes. Now, on this little sprocket, there's a little 0 printed on it. You can barely see it. But it's for timing purposes. When you time the bike back up. Not sure that you can actually see it, to be fair. Oh, you can just, you can just see it. There's a tiny little 0. Oh, you can see it. Yeah. Well, it's there. Oh yeah, you can see it there. Tiny little 0. And you've got to get that in the right position when you're timing it back up. Yeah, that's good. Right, onwards and forwards. We get the chain off. That's what drives the oil pump, that sprocket there that I just took out. The chain should come out with that little guide sprocket. There she comes. Get that on the bench. Should have looked to see which way that sprocket came out. I didn't. Oh well, I'm sure it's I'm sure I'll find out which way it goes back in. It's always nice to put them back the way they came out, for, you know, for wear purposes. What we got here? That's a big piece of metal, been gouged out, and I've just had a thought. That little bit of metal I thought came from the bolt. No, it's aluminium. That bolt's steel, so it certainly don't come from there. So I don't know what's happened here, but I reckon that's where that little piece has come from. I don't know. I'm not sure whether it has or whether it hasn't. But at this moment, that looks like where it might have come from. It's even triangular. Yeah. Is that where it's come from? Possibly. Okay. What we're going to do here, I don't know what's happened. That bit's definitely had a piece shaved off of it. Whether it's that bit or not, I don't know, but it does look like it. And that bolt there, it must have been the chain shaved it off at some point. Not too sure. You see this hole? You see this hole here? It looks like something's been punched through. There's one there. One up there. Which looks like a... See that little puncture mark? Well, I don't know if it is a puncture mark. That one at the bottom definitely does. That square hole, I reckon that's actually in the casting. But... does that look like it's been punched in from inside out? Or from outside in? Not sure. Not sure at all. And it's caught on the back there as well. Well, the chain's caught that at some point and all. What do you reckon's happened then? Definitely looks like it's been punched out the bottom, doesn't it? Or punched in. Was this engine took apart because the chain had fouled for some reason? Whatever reason, I don't know, but it failed. And my Uncle Chaz was putting a new chain back on. I don't know. You know, perhaps he was. That's what he. But he never got around to finishing it. Perhaps. Not sure. Oh well. More investigation needed, I suppose. Now, tell me something. Is this bent? It's out of true. It looks like it's out of true. To me, anyway. Do you think it's that this bar's bent right at the top there? Only slightly, but check this out. Find yourself a reference point. Can you see that? Can you see that? It looks to me as if it's out of true. And for a tiny little sprocket like that, it's quite bad. I would suggest. I'm wondering if, like, this bike has had perhaps a seizure at some point, and the chain has snapped, like, as the chain sort of I don't know. You can see that, can't you? Keep an eye on that reference point. I tell you what, this is very hard to narrate after the video's been done. I'm doing my best though here. But I got a feeling that perhaps something seized, the engine seized, the chain's locked up for some whatever reason, and don't know what my hand was doing in the way there. Perhaps the chain has seized up, the bike seized, and it's as it's sort of locked up, it snapped on it and bent it. It is bent, I'm sure it is. I'm always doubting myself, but that looks bent to me. That is bent. It definitely is. Okay, this is what I reckon's happened. This is my theory. I reckon there's a problem with the cam chain. I don't know what's happened to it. Something's happened. And I reckon the engine seized, and in the process of it, like, everything getting tight and locking up, perhaps it's pulled on that sprocket and locked it. That's the only thing I can think of. You can't have that much discrepancy in that. Not over this. The chain would be going loose, unloose, or tight, untight, tight, untight, tight, untight. It'd have been all over the place. Yeah, I think that's bent. After all that, I think that's bent. As a 9-bob note. And I have a matter of interest. You know the little sprocket that the chain follows on? This one, which runs inside there. Chain sort of goes, well, it runs at the bottom like that, yeah. But it's all worn wrong. One side's worn down more than the other. I don't understand that. It should be even, surely. I'm certain it should be even. Because otherwise your chain would be like running lopsided on it, wouldn't it? And that's not right. I don't think you can actually see it from the video here. But one side is lower than the other. Hey, I don't know. Something's happened to this little bike. I'm going to have to investigate further, that's for sure. It's a real shame that I've had to narrate this, really, because I've got the further seat. I've got what they called. Oh, I can't remember what the band's called. Left Field playing in the background. No, it isn't. It's Thievery Corporation is playing in the background now, and I've had got copyrighted on that too. Oh well.